Did you know that way before the pandemic, an education revolution had already occurred? Now we're doing hybrid stuff. I'm working with kids with masks on. I've got masks on in the schools these days. But about 2007, I did my very first webinar. So I've been doing the hybrid and the online and the education of the future since 2007. So we've got teachers getting on board, old dogs learning new tricks for the very, very first time ever. But way back a long time ago, I was part of this educational revolution. So I'm an educational revolutionary. And what I believe is that you have something to create that the world hasn't seen ever before, and we need it. We've got a lot of things that are needed right now because of the structures are just not supporting the future we all want to see. So you guys are here to create it. I'm here to support you. And what I believe is with the high quality support, you're going to be able to get better and better and better and better at being a difference maker in the world. And that's my favorite client to work with. I love helping people who really want to make a difference in the world. And if that's you, then this might be just the right thing for you. So if you want to be that next educational revolutionary, or if you want to be that person that is creating something that the world really needs, you want to add that incredible value, and you don't know how to do it, well, you're not going to create these new ways with the old education. You're not going to create these new ideas with something that's designed for an old world. So that's what I believe is you need a new form of education. And that's something I'm super familiar with. I've helped people from 5 to 85, age 5 to 85. I've had webinars with 5-year-olds. I've had webinars with 85-year-olds. So this new form of education is here to stay. And it's not new. I've been working with it for a very long time. So I'm excited to actually explore this with you if you're that type of person who's open-minded and open to different ways of learning and open to a new version of education. And I'm not new to this. This is something I'm super familiar with. All right, so who this is for is really that person who wants to, you just refuse to settle. I want people to take off in life, aim high, hit their loftiest goals. We'll start small with little micro goals, and we'll build off to that to medium and major, and then maybe massive goals that change the world. So that's my perfect client, as for families and students that want to really do something special in the world, and they just don't feel like they're getting the kind of support they need. And I'm not gonna discount the value of the school counselors out there who are working with 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200 kids. They just really can't provide that kind of support that you need. I know that's my background, that's my experience. So I think that you've got this ability before you to craft and create a life and lifestyle that you truly love, and you can create it from scratch. You can do it with my help and support. And I want to create a community too. If there's other people in the community who've got great ideas, you can be sharing their ideas. If you've got an idea, they can share your idea. And this is a way that I believe the future is going to be served, because I've seen amazing collaborative people kick competition to the curb and become multimillionaires in the first phase of this education revolution, putting their programs out there, putting their services out there online in digital format, and they're sharing it. You know, one person's promoting for the other person and vice versa, and they're both doing incredibly well because they're adding their value to the world and they're helping each other out. So I want to create an incredible community where these families that have this type of belief and these kids in this world that want to do these kind of special things like you do, I want to have this opportunity to create this like cohesive, connected community that gets these ideas out there. And this revolution in front of us is going to be exciting, and I think you're going to be able to be a part of it, and I'd love to help you. So that's what's behind my mission, and I just thought I'd put a little bit more feeling into it, putting it into a video for you, and hope you really have a good understanding. And the way I do this is I've coached individuals, I've coached individual kids, individual parents, and I've also coached parents and kids together and the whole families. I've done a little bit of each with some families. So this is really, I do have a program though. I've got a very systematic way that I believe people need to be prepared and set the foundation for the future. There's some pivotal fundamentals and principles, and you're going to learn things like creating a powerful vision. And this vision is what draws you forward. It's what compels you to go after it and gives you that inner drive. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to figure out just simple goal accomplishment as well. So how to accomplish goals, and then we'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. The more you knock off smaller goals, the more you're going to be able to create a bigger vision in life and a mission. And then we're going to help you make better decisions. Decision makers really need to step up their game. A lot of people slow their decision making down and are procrastinators. And so I want to help this next generation be very decisive, especially if you're thinking about doing something that's making a difference in the world. And I want you to start streaks, not a Snapchat streak or some kind of streak like that, but a streak that's going to be a self-chat streak. We've got to get better about how we talk to ourselves, and a self-care streak. We got to get better about how we take care of ourselves if we're going to have a big mission in life. And then I want you to also learn to handle stress. So I've got a powerful, simple process for handling stress. And it's something I created in the wake of some serious tragedies. And it's a great tool that's super simple to use, that gives total clarity on what to do, what type of support and help to get for yourself on the mental health side. And I also want to help you figure out who you are. I got a really quick 5-minute way that you can get a good rough estimate of who you are. And that way you can kind of narrow down from this whole giant list of things to a nice category that's the right fit for you, and be looking in the right direction for starters in a matter of 5 minutes. And I want you to be able to, what's my next one? So I also want you to be able to, I want you to be able to present yourself to the world, you know? So there's a new way to present ourselves. It's on video. I want you to be able to have people feel you, know what your brand is and what you stand for, make a name for yourself. And I also want you to be able to put yourself out there with great visibility, so that when somebody sees you, they're attracted to what you have to offer. And that's called marketing. So I want you to be able to present yourself. So this is resume 2.0 in the world these days. We don't just give a piece of paper with some information on it nowadays. We've got the ability to put ourselves out there with some living color. So yeah, that's the gist of the program. That's the idea here, is I want you to be a part of the solution. I love solving problems, and one of my biggest problems is helping the puzzle piece of you get into your puzzle piece place in the world, even if you got to carve out a spot for yourself that doesn't even exist. All right, so Donovan Dreyer, Get Ready Coaching, also the Teen Takeoff program, and very excited to explore working with you. And if you are super interested in this, there is an investment involved, so I definitely want you to know that I'm only taking seriously interested people that want to be coached and want to be served and want to be supported and do something special in the world that's not just the traditional standard way. So that's what I'm all about. All right, thanks.